Welcome to the Event of Events. I'm your host, Ryan Erzada. On this episode of the Event of Events, 11 teams pitch their dream event idea to a panel of judges. Some pitches go well, and some not so well. Half the teams will be sent home, with the other half continuing their journey on. The Event of Events, where you dream it up, and we help you make it happen.
I'm anxious to get in there. I'm a little nervous, but boy, it's going to be fantastic to get this pitch out in front of the judges.
It's a huge deal to try and pitch for Regina, Saskatchewan. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I've got some shakes going on. We are here to talk about improv, the Hitchhikers Improv Company Queen City Improv Festival. We're the biggest improv company in the province. We have over 40 improvisers, and we have 2 shows a month at the Artesian.
Are we ready to do a version of this festival today? Yes. We could pull the connections that we have from coast to coast in today. Why not make it amazing? Why not bring in those big names and really make Regina the improv capital of Canada for that one solid week?
The laughter and energy we'll produce will bring down the house. Heck, we could actually save the taxpayers a lot of money if we did have it at Taylor Field, because we'll bring down the stadium ourselves, right? So we have one question for you. Will you help Hitchhikers Improv Company
Tear down Mosaic Stadium?
And also hold the Queen City Improv Festival?
What about people traveling into the city to see this? Like people staying overnight?
When we're having also so many improvisers, the plan to be, from across Canada, they need places to stay, and those places are going to be the hotels. I think the pitch went pretty much as good as it can possibly go. We had them rolling on the floor in laughter. They were giving us some fist bumps in the air. It was amazing.
We are here to pitch to you Regina's next big event. Some of the things that you will see will be an ice park with a giant slide, themed carvings, an ice throne, maybe some igloos, an ice maze, a ice sculpting competition, international sculptors to compete, daily entertainment, dog sled rides, sleigh rides, various outdoor family competitions, a local chef's chili cook-off, cabaret with bands and possibly some DJs.
What do you think some of the challenges have been for past winter festivals?
Could be extremely cold, or we could have a year like this year where we don't have much snow.
How would you entice people to come to Regina to stay in hotels?
The way that the festival will be set up will be enticing. It's going to be bigger than any other winter festival that we've had here. I think the Winter Royal Ice Festival pitch went fairly well, or very well, say.
The need for our event in this province is tremendous, and I think that if the Hotel Association was a part of it, it would make a big statement.
It Touches Us All will be an annual conference on autism and mental health. Approximately 14,000 people have an autism diagnosis in Saskatchewan. There are many, many more that are struggling with autism without a diagnosis.
We wish to book a single and accessible hotel venue that can provide us with our meeting space, presentation space, catering, vendor spaces, as well as lodging for both our presenters and our participants under one roof for the entire conference.
You know, I don't know a lot about autism, so that speaks to the value maybe of your conference. What's it mean to you personally if this doesn't happen?
This conference means the world to me. In order for us to get a diagnosis for our son, we struggled with the school system here in Regina. And when he was 7 years old, I actually moved him out of Regina.
And then they came back, and now he is in an integrated learning classroom, and they support him in every way. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. I think that we got our passion and our idea across to the judges, and they asked the right questions that we were hoping they would ask for, so I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully they'll see the need that we do for it in Regina.
We've had the opportunity to network with hundreds of business students across Canada who are our age.
and they don't really see Regina as a place where you go for business.
I'm Erin and this is Serena, and we're here to tell you about the Hill Case competition. So last year, the Hill Business Student Society at the University of Regina hosted our first ever Hill Case competition. We had first and second years participating in the case competition, and it was a huge success, so we would love to make it even bigger and better.
In addition, this brings a lot of business to Regina. We have 144 delegates who will rely on us for both accommodations and food and even entertainment as well.
I was always broke when I was in school. Is there going to be a fee for students to attend?
Yes, so there is a $75 delegate fee.
How's the succession plan going to work?
What we do is we have a lot of transition days and transition documents and everything where we really carry through this program, and we really push forward the events that especially we've started in our time here, I guess.
I think it went really well. I have to say I'm very impressed with Erin. I would have to say she was pretty nervous about it, but I wouldn't have changed a thing about what happened. I think we put our best foot forward, and I'm very proud of the job we did.
We are here today to talk about our event, Saskatchewan African Fashion Week.
Our event is called the Queen City Congress, Plant Seeds for Dreams.
The Amazing Family Expo is an inspiring, interactive platform that showcases the latest industry products, services, trends, and technologies for every type of family at all stages of life.
So now imagine you're walking through the Commonwealth Centre and you see African-inspired designs in your favorite stores. That's our vision, and that's why we believe that Saskatchewan African Fashion Week can be the spark to start that revolution right here.
This 4-day Congress will attract people from all over North America to be inspired by top-notch keynote speakers, interactive workshops, and religious celebrations.
You're talking away at 100 miles an hour, and your business partner forgets the one line that she has.
Is it possible?
Is it possible to remove this tattoo of my old boyfriend?
But in the end, it was all good. It was good. Our point is that no other event focuses on everything family. It's about offering an interactive look at the top brands, the ability to compare products or services side by side and get answers straight from the retailers and service providers who either work alongside us every day or from the ones we have yet to discover.
You've had 1 year already under your belt. How come I haven't heard about this? Am I not listening to the radio, or am I not, my head's up my butt or something like that?
Yeah, we were on Global News. We were on Z99, and there was actually quite a good campaign for 2 weeks prior.
How do you plan to excite the population outside of the African community?
We actually had a fashion show a few years ago, and it was just one designer, and it was African-inspired fashion, and the buzz that was generated was, amazing, and the feedback was really great.
How do you think you'll get people to attend?
Well, for sure, we're going to have to do a lot of advertising. Also, we have the Regina Catholic School Division, which is a huge network with all of the churches and communities. They are ready to work and ready to attract and make their connections.
Agribition, Fashion Week, Afrofest, Mosaic. I don't know what Todd does, to be honest.
Close, you're fired.
I want to host a nation and internationally wide craft and homebrew festival/trade show. I feel like I'm making it to stage 2. I'm checking in. I'm checking in for stage 2.
Well, I don't know why, but this just feels like your thing. Hockey, beer. What's your
one,
gut
he doesn't
telling
know
you?
what event I run.
I got 3 out of 4.
Close.
Come on now.
That's good.
That's better than meatloaf. So I'm excited, I'm eager, and I look forward to making Regina better.
Hello, judges. My name is Brent Klobel, and my event is Regina Cadabra Magic Festival and Convention. Imagine if you're out in Regina in the evening, you're going out on a date, you walk through the plaza, and all of a sudden you see a street performer, and it's a magician. So you stop, watch the show for a little while, and enjoy, and then you continue on to your favorite restaurant. After you're done your dinner, you head out to a bigger theater, and you watch a grand illusion show with all sorts of production, dancers, music, fire, you name it.
How do you spread the word on something like this? You talk about you have a small convention annually. How do you blow this open to a bigger group? How do you envision marketing this to the world?
Whatever we bring in there, if there's 200 magicians or whatever the number is for the festival, a lot of them are already tapped into their social media, and they have a lot of followers, so we would definitely tap into the actual performers and people that are coming in here as far as the magician community. How do I think it went? I think it went very well, actually. I was happy with the judges. They were fantastic. So.
Most of the mustard that's grown globally and exported is grown right here in Saskatchewan. And so he said, hey, let's have a food festival focused around mustard. So naturally he said, this is a really, really bad idea. And we did it anyway. And it has grown and grown over the last 8 events, and it has turned into one of the most fun things you can do in Regina in the summertime. Folks show up, they come, they get their t-shirts, they get their mustard, and they get to go and sample different mustard foods from about 24 different restaurants. We're trying to grow that, obviously.
There's beef, there's pork, there's chicken, there's even a mustard ice cream.
This event has created so much buzz that it has potential to go beyond just a one-day event. Is that something that you're considering, or?
The festival's either going to grow or it's going to die. If it stays in its current format, it will have to shrink because it's gotten too big.
What makes it different than a Taste of Spring?
I'll give you 3 reasons. Number 1, ours is an event held outside in the summertime, which is what we all crave given the really short season that we have. Number 2 is a family first event. We actually compete on that day with a different event in the park at the same time, and still we're able to draw those kind of numbers that are family centric. You can come out, have a bite to eat, bring your kids, do a little face painting, as well as enjoy a beer too.
It was fun. You know, the interactions with the judges was my favorite part, the questions and the answers and the opportunity to talk, I guess, a little bit off script with them.
We're here today to present you with an idea for the next big annual event in the province, Best in Sask. Have you ever been to a small town off the beaten path and come across a business or a restaurant and thought to yourself, why have I never been here before? Why have I never heard of this place? We want to capture that essence.
We want to bring together people, give them the opportunity to sample local products and entertain them so they can have fun as well.
So the title, Best in Sask, refers to the awards portion of our event.
Various businesses from across the province will be brought together under one roof and compete in their respective categories for the title of Best in Sask.
How would you get a place in, Chinese food place in Kinistino that I know of? How would they know about attending this?
So our goal is to create an awareness plan with a long enough lead up so that we can use marketing as a tool to make people aware. And we're hoping that businesses want to be a part of it and self-nominate, but also it would be nice for people in those communities because it's impossible for us to get everywhere in the province to nominate their favorites.
What other missing link or what other support or help do you see is going to be critical to your success?
I think that with the 20,000, that would go a long ways in terms of getting us going right away. If we were not to have that money, I think it would delay our process a year or 2. I think with that money, we would use things like putting it towards a venue rental and volunteer swag packages and marketing and whatnot.
I think it went pretty well. We kind of hit all our key points that we wanted to touch on.
We've now heard 11 pitches from some very passionate people with some fantastic ideas. But unfortunately, 5 teams will not have the opportunity to advance.
Talk about coming in prepared, props, organized, event planning. You know, there's some opportunity to think the business side of that through, generating money, the scope and the breadth, but to talk about a professional pitch.
He has event planning experience.
Yeah,
like this is his thing, this is his business. So.
I don't think any of us would disagree that there's a lot of passion behind this event, and also they did a great job of explaining why it's a necessity. It definitely needs to happen. I think it would benefit a lot of families.
I just thought that the 2 young ladies were brilliant. They handled the pressure really well. I know Marty hit them with a couple questions and they handled it like champs.
It would be huge for us to move on to the next stage of this competition. We probably would be delayed at least a year or 2 without this funding.
If we were able to move on to the next round, I think it would show us that they agree with the need for it in our province, and being able to be a part of that, not only as us from a business standpoint, but from a personal standpoint.
We hope we will get the opportunity to work with the judges and have some guidance on what we need to do to put an event of this scope together.
It touches us all, autism and mental health. Could you guys step forward, please? All right, I think you guys did a great job on your pitch today. I mean, you obviously have a very emotional subject that you need to talk about. Certainly a worthy cause. I also think you've got some great support opportunities within different funding agencies, government, et cetera. There's lots of ways you can really blow this up into some really big things.
Please stand forward there. We really liked your concept as well. Has lots of potential for big numbers.
I'd encourage both of you guys to look for collaborations. There's great ways to work together. You have some real common threads in what you guys do, what you guys do to try to marry those up. But at this point, you won't be advancing in the competition. We'll be checking you out.
Thank you.
I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't want to work with us going forward, but they gave us some good feedback and we are still excited and still gonna plan the conference.
John from Pursuit of Happiness, stand forward, please. Okay, we as a panel thought you were very entertaining at times. We were hoping you'd come a little more prepared, knowing what we all did. I think your event, a good idea, but at this time, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to move you on.
Thank you.
All right, the Great Saskatchewan Mustard Festival. Can you guys step forward, please? All right, you guys did a great job on your pitch today. Really loved the props, and you always win me over with food. I think that's a great thing. One of the things you got to really keep in mind to really make it through in this competition, you got to really grow this thing big. Not talking 3,000, we're talking 10,000 people. Let's put Regina on the map, make mustard a big deal. I think you guys did a great job. I'm really looking forward to hearing you in the next round. So right now, we'd like to check you in.
We're pretty excited. Getting on to the next round is really excited about it. It's going to be good.
Brent, we really liked your presentation. I think you came in very prepared. You had it all thought through.
Hill business case. You guys, as usual, business students from Regina, outstanding job in your presentation.
We just like to say congratulations. Both of your events are being checked into the next round of the competition.
Oh,
thank you.
Great.
I was a little bit scared there personally.
She's been nervous all day though. She goes up and down. She's like, it went well. It didn't go very well. It went well. It didn't go very well. So
It's been a roller coaster.
Sask African Fashion Week, if you could please step forward. We loved the idea of your event and the celebration of African fashion. We would really like to see you build more on the idea, adding more in-depth culture to it, food, music.
I think we should talk about how we could help each other out. I think there's something there and we could really build on that and help each other out somehow.
Unfortunately, this was a tough decision and we'll have to check you out of the competition.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Winter Royal Ice Festival. Okay, really enjoyed your presentation. You guys put a lot of thought into your props. I thought your presentation was very well thought out. It's going to be a lot of hard work because I think this could be a really big event. There's going to be a lot of planning involved. Congratulations. We're going to check you in the next round.
Thank you.
I am so pumped. I'm so excited that my event's going on to round 2, Winter Royal. Yay!
Queen City Congress, please step forward. Jennifer and Natalie, thank you very much for coming out today to present your idea. We think you did a fantastic job. In terms of feedback, we think that there's some work to be done on your marketing and promotional plan. It's a tough decision. It's really tough. I'm sorry to say, we're checking you out of the competition at this point.
All right, Best in Sask Festival. Really loved your pitch. I think you guys did a heck of a job assembling this in the period of time that you had, from concept to materials. As a young, professional bunch of guys, I think you did a great job on that. I think we agreed. We love the flexibility of what you have within your program. You know, you sort of got many elements, many off-ramps to go on this, and you know, your biggest challenge moving forward is to dial that in. I think we all agree that you guys activating Saskatchewan as a whole and local communities, I think it's a great concept for the province. So on that note, on behalf of the judges, we'd like to check you into the next round of the competition.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Very happy with advancing to the next round and being checked in. The whole team worked pretty hard and we're just excited to be at this point.
All right, Queen City Improv, thank you so much for your pitch today. We love the concept of your event. There's definitely a lot of research and logistical planning that needs to be done on your part in preparation of such a big event.
We were a little concerned about your ability to pull this off because we're not sure if you have that event planning skill.
We really liked you guys. We struggled with this event a lot.
I'm going to encourage you guys you got to think a lot bigger. This is the event of events, the biggest thing to come to Regina ever. And you guys got to think about tens of thousands of people. Put Regina on the map.
On that note, we would love to see what you guys can do with a little bit of coaching and mentorship. So congratulations. We are checking you into the next round.
Well, we might have the most important piece to the puzzle. The room key to the next round. So we are feeling
great.
Pretty great.
Super excited.
Yeah, super excited.
We're doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
6 teams move on to round 2, where they'll receive one-on-one feedback and guidance from our guest coaches to help further develop their event ideas. The event of events, where you dream it up and we'll help you make it happen.